The doors are closed, and we have to sit in judgment of a fellow United States Senator and determine their suitability to remain. I cannot tell you of the stress on every individual to render that judgment. 3 times in this period have members of the Senate been expelled. But they were done in accordance with the rules, treated fairly, judged fairly, and held accountable. Now you say, Senator, what's the relevance to today? And I say it's because you leave here with the honor system as a part of your background. It will stand you well, my dear friends, wherever you go. It has stood the test of time for me, and I reflected on it so heavily in the past week or so, when once again I find myself in that vortex of crisis here in this country, when but a very few men and women in uniform perpetrated crimes, basic rejection of any thought of civil rights, basic rejection of everything they had to be taught in their homes, in their schools, and in their churches, and just abandoned civilization. My committee has held 3 hearings on it. We will hold more, because I feel ever so strongly that the mistreatment of these prisoners in Iraq represents an appalling and totally unacceptable breach of military regulation, conduct, and professionalism. It pains me because the damage done to the reputation of our armed forces and to our nation around the world has the potential of undermining so much good that we have done thus far. But again, we're a strong nation, and this degree of breakdown in military leadership is being addressed now by the various entities of the Department of Defense. Apologies have come from the highest level of government and will continue, I fear. And our committee will search on behalf of the Senate. We will search until all the facts are out. All of those bits of information that can render judgment in accordance with the rule of law and a fair trial can be made. We will live. We will let no stone unturned. We'll go up the ladder of chain of command, down the ladder, sideways. We will do this on behalf not just of the Senate, but the people of the United States of America. Bear in mind, and I'm so pleased that the President recognized the men and women of the armed forces who participated today, who graduated yesterday with their degrees in military science, their commissions. 99.99% of the men and women of the United States military are magnificently performing their services all over the world. All over the world. Taking risks, losing them, losing life, most painful to all of us, losing them. We must be mindful that we are gathered here today only because generation after generation of Americans have gone forward in the cause of freedom to protect our freedom of speech and assembly, and to let us join today, not only here, but all across America, to welcome our new graduates. So I finally turn again to say that we will not fail in our mission to provide freedom in far-flung lands of the world. We will not be deterred. We will hold those accountable and get on